What's up, guys? This is Hyce, and Spotify, we can't have End of the Line as the second song. We just begun! Anyways, yeah. I wanted to get back into streaming. Obviously, February has been a little bit on the downside of that sort of thing because of all of the things going on. However, the things that are going on were really cool. And holy crap, I am still in disbelief that Sunday was a day that happened. So, yeah. Also, I can't remember who it was, but shout out to whoever sent me $50 for the cat tree. I finally found one that I knew would be tall enough that it would, like, easily fit in shot back there and have the cats be in the camera shot and everything. They're presently both not down here at the moment. They're both upstairs with Mama. Everyone just had dinner, so. But they will hopefully come down less spicily than earlier. Hades, yeah, that was funny. For the members who've already seen the new video, yeah, Hades was a little cheeky with me, as it were. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the charter. That was wild. That was the thing that happened. And I wanted to also talk through office hours type stuff and answer your rare questions today, assuming that charter recap wouldn't be too crazy. So, anyway, I know that Brett and Leighton won't be able to be here tonight because Leighton is moving house. Godspeed to him. And then Brett is traveling for work. It, like, literally flew out the day as soon as he got back home, just about. So, anyway, good to see everyone here tonight on this Thursday night. I'm going to jump into Discord here. Hi, Corey. Hi, Jake. Am I still... Oh, good. I'm still on voice activity. Look at that.
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing great. I had a couple days of, like, one activity and then, like, chilling and taking naps and stuff because I was exhausted after 6 days in a row of train shenanigans, ending with my own shenanigans. So, but, yeah. No, when my mom was in town until earlier today, we dropped her off at the airport. And yesterday we showed Tsubasa Ray around the museum. He came out from the UK and it worked with my schedule, so gave him the 10-cent tour, and I didn't even charge him 10 cents. And then the day before, Natalie, myself, and my mom went to the Gabriel Foundation to go see the birdies, and I need to make a compilation of that or something. Because I have so many dumb videos of me just making baby sounds at cockatoos. And the one cockatoo, Ricky Roo, was adorable. Let me pull that up. That was too much fun. This is post-charter things, but this is important.
Isn't there a hyacinth named, like, Izzy or something there?
There is, in fact, Iggy, my buddy, right there. I did get to see him, but we didn't get to hang out this time, because, you know, it wasn't my 30th birthday this time. But let's see, I want to say it was, I think this clip.
Wiki wiki woo! Is that you?
So, uh-oh. Stream shenanigans are happening. We have fiber. Figure it out. Oh, we don't need to turn on the cockatoos more. We need to turn Spotify back on. But anyway, that was delightful, and it was great to hang out with my mom and Natalie and everything. But yes, I've got lots of dumb little bird clips that maybe I'll post. Anyway, let me go through these top chats, and then we'll start talking through the experience here. Matt the Outcast. Once you actually get around to building Montezuma, can the Montezuma Tuesday stream still be a thing, but it's actually building it in the Roundhouse? It won't be the Roundhouse, but yeah, we're gonna try and figure that out, because we could stream from there, but we can't really interact with stream while things are happening like that. So we'll have to work out the format, whether we do stuff and film it and then stream that after it's happened, or we do it live. Somebody's got to go back and get a shitload of dimes. Or if we find a way to do it live, and then we have to have a chat moderator that kind of collects the questions as they come in, and then we do like a, you know, every hour we do a 10-minute little section with chat and whatever. It's kind of hard to think about how to gear that, and we need to workshop it a little bit more. But definitely we want to keep the progress ahead with you guys. So, yeah. Jordan Freeman, breaking Dollywood Express converts to oil. I've known about this for longer than probably most of you. Turns out I get entrusted with keeping lots of secrets, so I try to be good at it. Anyway, Natford Master 98, the idea of could a passenger land a plane but train? Engineer and fireman are out cold. Our hero average civilian has the same level of steam and aircraft knowledge. How well are they doing? Honestly, they'd probably do just fine, because, you know, you'd find the red dump valve and grab it, and it would be fine and the train would stop. The train has the bonus of not, you know, I don't know, being able to fall out of the sky.
I don't know, man. It's a lot easier to keep a plane wings level than you think, and if you kept a locomotive just going, it would eventually blow up unless you figure out the injector.
Well, not necessarily. If you let the fire go out, then no. So, that's...
Fair point.
It depends. I mean, if it's a coal burner, the fire will smother itself eventually without your attention. If it's an oil burner, if they do anything with the it won't you can't guarantee the fire is going to stick in it. So, I don't know. If it's just the question of stop the train, to me that seems quite straightforward. So, but I guess that's also me, and I have lots of experience in these things. Anyway, ZW8919, welcome to the Brakeman, and as a brakeman for 18 months, I guess it's not welcome, it's welcome back. Dude, my Rainier Steam LOLs. I can only assume that means Mount Rainier things. Excellent. Chainbreaker, 5063, conductor, 17 months. What's up, Hyce? This is Guy, 17 months. Thank you. It was really funny on the charter, getting told that by multiple passenger cars or other people. It's one of the funny little things that you don't think about in the moment, but that was great. The Tune Train, Brakeman, 2 years. I'm here. What did I miss? Just the beginnings of things. Not much. I am Mr. Tatirival, upgrading to Fireman. Thank you so much. Chainbreaker, following up to my comment earlier, how much modification would a 37 need to go through for a new trailing truck design? Am I correct in guessing it's not worth it? Yes, it's not. It's not so much that it's the trailing truck design that is truly the problem. It is that there's not enough space between the trailing truck that's there and the boiler. Like, you need to have less weight over the back end of the engine, really is the big answer, so you need less firebox, or a second trailing truck axle. Like, it literally needs to be a Berkshire, and actually, if you made it a Berkshire, it would, honest to God, be closer to the axle loading that the Grand said it was going to have. But there's not space to do that. Unless you make it burn oil. The oil burner might have enough space to make that happen. The coal burner, with all the grate linkage and the ash pan and all that stuff, there is no workable space around it. So, good question. CB the Train Robber, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Shitload of dimes. Much appreciated. Sean J Animations, Engineer 40 months. Hey, how's it going? Bit a bit. Hopefully all went well. Yes, it did. We'll get into it in just a second. I ran into a fellow volunteer of yours during one of the charters. I don't remember his name because there's too much to remember all the time. But somebody was saying that they volunteered with you out there and said that you said hi, so I said hi back. Anyway. Glenn Holland, fireman of 34 months. Welcome back to reality. Hope you got some rest. I did, thank you. Thanks for sending the clips. Those will go up next week. Maybe March is the month we enjoy Emperor of the North finally. Glad you're well. March is the month that I have that is like laid back, doesn't have a bunch of shit going on. So yeah, let's try and schedule something. Although you're like the 10th person I've said that to. So, you know, that's how it goes. Good problems to have, but that would actually be very fun. I will boom. Engineer 44 months. A train is a one-dimension vehicle. A plane is 3. Well said. That's very accurate in that. And Glenn Holland, $10. Last one was free. Thank you, Glenn. Matt the Outcast. I can already imagine Monty on the High Line. That would be, yeah, someday. So we can hope. William Adams, Conductor 25 months. I've been watching the videos, and I'm so glad you got to have been having one of the preservation events of your life. Frosty got what was coming to him. Yes, he did. It was very fun. Shout out to Laro Photography, Pete Laro, who is just an excellent host, and we had so much fun with all the stuff. Shout out to him for bringing the stuff and building the snowman with a number of his crew and the other folks who decided to jump in on that, because that was funny. I was like, man, I haven't posted anything on YouTube like at all month. I better get after it, so I tossed that up there. But yeah. Let's see. Craig Bryant, it would be great to see 491 pull 40 to 50 rails in Durango and Silverton or other museum for a wonderful video shoot. Man, I think all of us would love to see that. So, maybe someday. We can all hope. We can all dream. A normal Caboose, breaking 6 months. 6 months already. Also, favorite Hellbot song. Ooh. Probably one that didn't actually get released to the public that we had working title called Zeptune. But of stuff that was out for the public, probably Beautiful. It's probably my favorite. I really like the way the guitar solo worked out on that one. And the dynamics and things. It wasn't just... Although, there were so many good songs. It's hard to pick. That was another favorite of the charter, was bumping into one of the fans wearing a Hellbot t-shirt and was like, ah! That's the second time that's happened in Train Spaces, and I need to get a picture and send it to the rest of the gang in the band. So, oh, well, hello. Are you gonna come up and be a whore on stream for me? Come here. Come here. Come on. You know, you want to come up here. Hey, there we go. Everyone say hi to Hades. What are we doing? What are we doing? What? He's been a needy boy. I wonder why. Hi, sweet baby. Are you just gonna biscuit on the mouse pad? Is that the name of the game today? Yes. Hi, squish. You've got your whole tower behind you as the king of the underworld that you could be having. But he's just gonna make biscuits on my tummy. Which is also fine. Yes. Anyway, Nabford Master 98, Snowman Murder in Century of Steam or else. We'll have to think about that. Shouldn't be hard. CB Train Robber.
Same logic as the torpedoes plus a little Niagara effect.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard. Yeah. Fireman, 15 months. Bummed you couldn't make it to Durango. We'll have to catch the next trip. You will. We're going to get to that in a second here. The top chats always manage to run away at the start here. Car attendant, engineer, 21 months. Congrats on your first charter. Hope all went well. It sure looks like it did. If the FRA wasn't stirring, it would have made it. Though things may happen where you appear in my Vegas territory sometime. Wink, wink. Noted. Okay, I didn't need that hand. Just big kitty flop right on my wrist. It's fine. Jordan Freeman, why did you have to murder Frosty? Brett murdered Frosty. I didn't murder him. I did not make him nor murder him. I just watched. So I was a bystander. CW8919, Matt Rainier Scenic has 2 locomotives in the shop. I recommend watching their channel. Lots of fire tube and boiler work. I watch almost everything Matt Rainier puts out, which is rare, honestly, actually. So it definitely worth the watch, especially if you like the inside baseball and all this stuff. So William Adams, you're very envious of the Durango events and you wish you're in the position to go right set up for it. Glad you have the blast the way Gunzels do best. We really did. Brakeman Beans, the Beans is here. Since this weekend, you've been working on some brass H1-3 projects, such as painting counterweights and a DCC Blue Nami installation. Excellent. If you haven't seen the video yet, Beans, I dug out some of my SN3 over there. So I had to have the appropriate backdrop. What are you doing? Could you not sit on my keyboard? You're such a good helper. Are you? Do you want to go? Hang on. We're gonna deal with the cat. We're gonna put you on your perch, so that you can be in the shot, and that maybe you won't be annoying. Maybe. Get up there, buddy. Sweet big boy. Hi. Is that gonna work? Is that gonna be alright for you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll see how long he's... Oh, well, that... Approximately a quarter second. Yeah. Yeah, it's not stream time, it's cuddle time. Fine, come back up here. Come here. Or sit there. Either one.
I can confirm those are cuddly cats.
Yes, Corey did get to meet the boys. So, they're sweeties. So, yes. Anyway. Yes. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you're working on HO and 3 things, Beans. Hopefully it all goes well. It's quite small. Mike Squires, you weren't on the charter 2 days. The DNS charter was a lot, I believe it. But we caught you at Hermosa, and man, you look super happy to have made it happen. I was getting to play Steam Choo-Choos on the Real Railroad. I was very happy. So, glad you had some fun. Blood Pie Nexus, Breakman 31 months. We retail work be ass right now. Choo-Choo. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but happy that Choo-Choo helps. Matt the Outcast, when I found out the trailing trucks on the K27s don't swivel and it's only lateral, I was only like, how the hell does that handle tight curves? Yeah, isn't that fun? It has some amount of swivel play to it, but yeah, the lateral, the journals on those are like something like a foot long or 16 inches long. They're ridiculous. So like it has LOL, lots of lateral. Mini Celeste, Connector 45 months. It was me! Hellbot shirt! Need to bully you to get that pick as well. Legit made an already incredible event, even all the more special. I don't know who took the picture. I don't remember what phone was there when that happened. So, we'll have to figure it out. But I'm so glad you guys made it out, and that made my day. The Sexy Mantis, Fireman 37 months. Looks like y'all had some snow over these past few weeks. We did in Durango, not up here. Shame there's no snow when you're there on the 31st. Oh well, maybe next time you can experience railroading in the snow. I'm sure poor Joe did not appreciate that. Dude, you're muffling my microphone with your fat ass. This boy, he heard me start talking and was like, "Is my turn? Is my turn?" Apparently, it's fine. John Doe, Fireman 31 months, looks up from Model Vestal CAD that's 10% done and 130% more to go and sees the stream. Oh, hi, Mark. I promise I'll make the SN3 Zuma. It's 90% done and only 30% left to go. I understand how that goes. And for everyone that wasn't there, we do have a delightful thing from John Doe. This was one of my favorite things that happened at the end of the charter. I mean, he handed it to me early on, and just goes, open this later at home or something because, you know, rolling it back up. John Doe went and tallied up every single Derail Valley debt I've ever had. And printed it out and handed it to me. It's 13 feet long. The total for those playing at home... Again, this is, oh, thank you, Blues Crew. My mom took the picture. Good. Yes, she has learned how to post in Discord, so that'll happen. But, let's see. The specific cost for, oh man, there's a comparison. I didn't see this in the moment at the end. Our total is, 91 billion with a B. $234,131,880.44. Which is a lot more than everything else there. We could have built like 6 or 7 of the newest aircraft carrier the Navy has for the amount of debt that I've caused in Derail Valley. And John Doe totaled it all up. And I feel the need to just, like, hang this from the ceiling or something in the background for streams, because that is just utterly delightful. As such, John Doe has been given Train Master in the Discord, because that is a ridiculous amount of effort. So, Hades boy, I need to use my mouse. And you're in the way. You're so cute.
Good kitty.
Can you just go over there? Can you go back up on your tower? We bought you a tower so that you could be cute and on camera and not in the way. And he says, but I'd like to be cute, maybe on camera and in the way. Kitties. Chainbreaker orange pants? Yes. Big Deal liked his orange pants. Physicist, engineer 41 months. 14 months. WHRMST has the time. Worms, how's the time gone? Glad you had an amazing time at the charter. Video game wise, custom scenarios have started to release for SimRail. Many allow it using the TY2. Hope you enjoy them. I've heard legend of this. Very excited. A101A, conductor, 41 months. Did the RGS have? Question mark. Okay. Some guy, 564, conductor. Welcome to the conductors. Epic Rail Adventures, Fireman, 38 months. Hey Mark, check your DMs. Oh god, there's birds.
Oh, wait for the birds. Wait for the birds.
Yes, and then I see you've sent me a drive link.
I have.
I'm no longer drinking for any one of them.
Yeah, don't do that. Thank you, some guy, for the set of birds. We will get to you in a moment here. Let's see, what do we got here, Caboose?
Well, it's something you're gonna want to open on stream.
Oh lord.
A lot of people that were at the charter helped me out with it.
Okay.
And I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay. Well, I see the title. And I see a trainload of some of my very favorite people here. So let me download it such that I can launch it full size. So that's gonna take, because it's not letting me, or maybe it will let me full screen it. Okay, there we go. All right, well, we'll download it anyways. So here we go. This is from Caboose and presumably lots of you. Not that we've even discussed the charter yet, because y'all are ridiculous as always. But let's see what we got here. I swear to God, if you guys make me cry again on camera, because I did like probably 4 or 5 times during the charter, well, I won't be surprised. But anyways, here we go. What's up, guys? Hi, guys.
Mark, you just put on a charter, a private charter on the Durango in Silverton. You got your own drumhead. You have Rio Grande Southern. It was
reconnection successful. Somebody tell OBS to eat shit and die. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. I think we caught it and paused it relatively appropriately.
This channel, and
It was,
thank you for
we
getting me
were
to
still
start
on,
my channel. Shameless plug,
on
Control
RGS
Productions.
20.
Oh, well, then we'll back up.
Rio Grande Narrow Gauge stuff.
The train. So why don't we see what they had to say?
I would like to tell Mark, thank you for getting me back into Rio Grande Narrow Gauge stuff. It's been before I discovered his channel, and thank you for getting me to start my channel. Shameless plug, T12 Productions.
I just want to say thank you to Mark for honestly getting the opportunity to get MOW and be on the streams. I know it's a piddly thing, but it means a lot. And also
Should
for getting
mean
me
a
back
lot.
on trains, because found his channel, it got me back in, got me into photography, opened up a lot of doors, and hopefully I'll be on the Huckleberry Railroad soon. So will he, maybe.
Hey, thanks, Mark, for giving me the motivation to go to college.
Thank you for the ride, good sir.
Thank you for everything you do and the motivation to join a volunteer organization back home.
Thank you for giving me the will to live.
Wait, you have that?
The sound died on the video.
Thank you so much. This is most amazing.
Sound is working. It's working for me too.
I've got it over here. It's still working.
Yeah, I've got no
Okay.
problem with the sound.
We will continue going. There's Hellbot t-shirt.
Of our life so far.
Thank you for getting me back into music.
First excursion, it's been great.
Thank you, Mark, for sharing your passion of American steam to the world.
Thank you for reigniting my passion and love for trains.
Thanks for the free drinks and the free fun.
With purchase of ticket.
I reconnected
It's
with
fine.
a college friend, met up with even more friends, made so many friends. Thank you for this niche you do in the American rail training community. It's a very useful and just fun thing that you've done that helps keep the dreams and the memes alive. Keep it up.
Thank you, Mark. You're the best online content for trains.
Thank you, Mark. I look up to you a ton.
Thank you so much, Mark. Not just for being a good YouTuber, but just for providing such a vast amount of knowledge on trains and everything. Just thank you so much.
Hey, Mark, thanks so much for setting up this community and this charter. You're one of the best.
I don't Hyce.
I do not Hyce.
Hi, Mark. Thanks for playing us all the It's nice to be out in Colorado. Thanks for all the content and everything.
Thank you, Mark, so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. And the thing is, I hardly ever get to go to Colorado, so this is even more of a big deal.
Let's get at a lot of great questions while on the train. It's awesome.
Thank you, Mark, for building such an incredible community. Thank you, Mark, for being a great inspiration.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark, for having such a great community. I love your channel.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Keep on inspiring others.
Thank you, Mark. I love your channel.
Thank you, Mark. Do not worry about the fact that I was not able to cook bacon on the cruise.
Yeah, I'm part of that witness protection program.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mark, thanks for bringing so much attention to the Colorado Railroad Museum and Colorado Rail Preservation. It's been amazing.
Howdy, Mark. It's Leo. Just want to say thanks for all this trip. Again, the bus trip down here. I would never be here without you.
Just want to say thanks, man, for everything. Thanks for getting me back into narrow gauge from the standard gauge stuff I've been doing, and also got me into brass models and all that fun stuff. So I just want to say you're the best, man. You have a good day.
Thank you, Mark, for sharing your world with everybody and for creating this amazing community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just many times thank you.
Hyce, thanks for the trip. Make sure you come out to CLS.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
It's
Thanks
just
for doing this. Thank you for bringing us together and helping us love what we love. Wouldn't be without you. Same like Anthony said. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for giving my husband something to do.
Sorry. This is public, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you, Mark. Cut all of this.
Thanks for giving me the courage to be a better person and to pursue what I've always wanted to do. Thank you, Mark.
And then we throw him off the train.
Yeah.
Into the Animus River with the 80s.
Mark, again, thank you for everything. It is amazing seeing not only the community that you've created, but all the friends that we've made along the way. This charter has been amazing, and I cannot wait for the next one. And to everybody that was on this charter, thank you for helping me make this video for Mark, and thank you for Leighton. Leighton doesn't get a lot of credit that he deserves. He's the one that put all of this together, and he did a lot of work as well. So thank you, Leighton. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everybody that was involved with this. Mark, I hope you loved the video, and I hope to see just how much of an impact you really have on everybody.
Very good. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, just wait.
This is supposed to be public.
Thank you for the birds. Goodness. Wow. Well, thank you, Caboose, and literally everyone else. I mean, we jumped right to the end there, but that was spectacular, guys. Thank you so much. My goodness, that's heartwarming. I had no clue. You filmed most of that while I was sitting there scarfing down a sandwich in the Caboose.
Actually, that was all filmed while you were still running. I got everything before we got to Cascade.
Oh, well, there you go. How about that? Smart man.
Wanted to make sure you were nowhere near it.
And me being in the cab would do that. That's so much appreciated, because that was the biggest thing for me at the end of the day. Like, running the train, getting to be on the engine with the 3/4 show, the battle that we had up the hill. Fuck yeah, that was so cool. That was a whole special thing that we'll always share. Playing with Burnham and Run at Cascade, like, that was fucking killer and so cool and so great. And we'll get into those things. But because we're on the topic, because we're there, the people, getting to meet everybody and punch everyone's ticket. being given our Brakeman Lanes ticket punch and getting to punch everyone's ticket with an L, giving everyone the L, and then getting back to the car that had Studio 346 folks in it, and being told by our researchers that I was punching the tickets incorrectly, and realizing I'd punched 120 some tickets wrong. Just absolutely hilarious. But it was so great to meet every single person and hear all the stories, and like that was the big thing. It was amazing to us. Like, hey, we managed to pack out this whole train. That was a surprise. And then to hear everyone's stories and how my YouTube channel has helped them out or been an impact to them has been, it was spectacular to hear and perceive that in person with everybody and get to meet everyone. And it really says a lot about the community here that we have. And it's so special and incredible. And it warms my heart to see something back from everyone. And thank you for organizing that, Caboose. That was too cool. It was such a good day. I cannot wait to see the Nick Ozrak production of all this, and the Tyler Purcell one, because that was a fun surprise too. But Nick was filming all day, and he's going to be putting out a video on it, of course. He's been working on it. He's sent me some stuff on it. But then Tyler Purcell also showed up, and Tyler does like legit crazy film productions, and he's like, oh yeah, I wanted to document your charter, and he's a great dude. His cinematography is fantastic, and he just showed up apropos, like on his own dime, was like, oh yeah, I want to do this. So all the stuff will be covered in more detail, and there'll be plenty of video to come. But looking at the back end of it, it was just the community and the vibe and meeting everybody and hearing everyone's stories and seeing the stories unfold. Someone got engaged on our train. There was an engagement meeting. 144 people total on the train, and me and names. I'm terrible with names. Meeting the family where the son survived stage 4 cancer and had been watching my YouTube in the hospital the whole time. And that was what kept him, in a good mood going through all of that. Like, that's not shit you ever anticipate when you're like, oh, I'm gonna make some YouTube videos. I'm gonna, talk about trains on the internet. I didn't expect to impact a whole family because of that, and thankfully he survived, and they're doing a victory lap of the country. Like, what? And then seeing all of the new friendships, seeing people that I've watched play Railroader together, that I've spent hours playing Railroader with, in the flesh together, sitting down together and having a good time, and seeing their new friendships that have been forged from a YouTube channel. It was incredible to me to just kind of perceive and see all that. So I'm so happy that it was a good time for everyone else. So wow. So yeah, that's the very end of the whole story there. Of course, we'll talk about the way up. And we'll talk about Burnham and Run next before we do office hours things. But the top chat ticker has continued to tick in the minutes there. So all I guess I could say to the community is before we get back into top chats is thank you guys so much. It's because of you that I can do this sort of stuff. It's because of you that we could do this charter. It's like a band and an audience on stage. The energy just feeds off each other. So it's all good stuff. Is there a cat above me? Is he up? Oh, he is up there. You can't tell when the green screen is set to black because, cat black. But if I put it on my desktop, there's obviously Kitty. So yay, he is enjoying his throne. Good boy. Okay, getting back into top chats here now. CW8919, the Mount Rainier has 2 locomotives in the shop. Okay, we already got that. And we got William Adams and Beans. Wow, I need to heart more stuff so I remember where I'm at. And Mike Squires. Glen Pine Nexus we got. Got Matt the Outcast. Oh my god. It really jumped way up. That's why. Anyway.
Sorry for the interruption.
Oh, you're so fun. That was a very good interruption. That was a very enjoyable, very good interruption. T12 Productions, Brakeman, 32 months. How's Jersey enjoying his fridge? I'll need to hear an update. I've not sat down at my PC, honestly, other than today, since I've gotten back. Other than briefly watching videos with Corey in the evening that we arrived. Been hanging out with my mom and my girlfriend, so I haven't been plugged into all the online spaces as much as typically, so I'm sure he's enjoying the fridge. I think you blew his mind when you handed him a pink Barbie fridge at Cascade Canyon. That was very funny. So, we can now start the bidding on Jersey's fridge. Anyway. Ivorfish, 2200, Fireman, 44 months. Man, the FOMO is real. Wish I could have made it to the charter, but school has you trapped in the East. Hope the charter was fun, though. And 20 was a good girl and behaved. Knock on wood, she was. There was one incident on the charter that we'll get to. And of the incidents to have such a small itty-bitty thing. But it was mildly terrifying in the moment. But it was fine. So, and speaking of charters and things, obviously this is a good format. And obviously this is something that people are interested in, and it gives a good way for the community to hang out. So this won't be the only one. It's going to be challenging to kind of organize and figure out other things, and it's probably not likely that I'll get to be part of engine crew for other charters and such, but there will be more events like this down the road, most likely. So just saying, and East Coast, we understand population density. We understand how that works, so hopefully it'll work out for you next time. Blend Pie next. Oh, goodness. YouTube, stop being terrible at having an interface. Blend Pie Nexus, Hades wants his ass to do some talking. It's quite good at that. Blues Crew, you'll post the Hellbot shirt pic in Discord. Thank you, Mom. Solaris, Fireman, 17 months. Hey, Hyce, you've been in the hospital for about a week and a half having heart issues. Get better, my friend. I'm sorry to hear that. You gotta take care of the old ticker. It's important. So hopefully they figure it all out for you. Elmo Person 98, Engineer 38 months. Fun to see that you got a tiny bit of snow for the charter. If you need more snow, you can always come and get some here. Have had nice and warm, minus 10 Celsius today, unlike the minus 20 to minus 40 we've had most of the winter. Wow. Yeah, it's cold up that way, isn't it? It's not been super bad. Generally, this winter's been very mild in Colorado, but we were joking that Pete Lara was the Lich King that was pulling all of the strings with all of the deities to get the perfect weather, because it had snowed before the first charter day, so there was some snow, but not too much. But then it was sunny on the first day of the charters that Pete was doing, so it was like beautiful. Everything was in focus and in sunlight, and just great. Second day, it's the flanger train, and it's snowing fucking cheese. There's just snow everywhere, and we're actually, with the blades as high as they were, we were still flanging snow, like, with the blades raised. And it was just perfect to watch the flanger train actually fight through the thing. Well, as much as you could watch. I was shoveling coal all day, so I didn't get to watch that much, but it was fun. But then it, cleaned out again, and then for my charter, the weather was really good, and it just worked out so good. But yeah, it's not been that snowy this winter, which has been odd, and we're a little worried about for the summer, but we'll have to see. Some Guy 564, there's the set of birds. That's how far behind we are, as per usual. Thank you so much, my friend. Brakeman Beans, you'll post your HO3 work onto the model train section of the Discord. It was great to spend some time over the course of the weekend on the charters. Of course, Beans. Beans and I had the favorite moment that Russell still hasn't sent me the video of. It's fine. There was a couple run-bys on a Laro charter before my charter where I knew that everyone was watching and all the stuff and all the things, but I knew that no one would know I was still on the train because I was usually out filming and whatnot. As Pete's very kind and lets volunteers with the organization's film stuff as well. So I had brought my guitar on a whim, and so I was just standing on the back of the caboose, and I had my bibs and everything on. I'm just playing Chattanooga Choo Choo as we're rolling by with my foot up in the stirrup, and I posted that picture on my Facebook that I believe Dak Dillon took and posted, and it was just fun. But for the second run by, I told Beans, I was like, hey, gonna play Crazy Train, gonna let the hair down. So I took my engineer's hat off, had the hair all the way down, played Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, of course, doing the headbang thing. But the first thing on the run by, of course, the train comes shot, the engine goes by, mixed freight. Caboose comes by, and there's Beans up in the cupola just headbanging. And everyone's like, what's going on there? And then the Caboose pans further, and there's me playing Crazy Train. So, I believe Russell has video. He still needs to send it to me, but that's okay. It was pretty funny. So that was a special moment that Beans and I got to share throughout the week. It was just good vibes. CB something, I'm sorry, it's cutting off your name. Sweet Tap Dancing Christ! The property value of the entire Murphy branch isn't worth that much. Yeah, pretty much. Texas, Colorado 982, welcome to the Brakeman, thank you. Dutch Space Wolf, did anyone else bring a bird to sign? 2 people brought birds. One of you specifically asked for the bird signed, and then I believe the second person saw you with your bird that you wanted signed, and then asked if their bird could get signed. So I signed 2 birds on the trip. So that was fun. Pi Twins 17, Brakeman 23 months. Biggest irrational fear running steam engines. Irrational fear. Most of the fears are rational, like water and things like that, and bad rail condition and derailing and whatever. Irrational fear. I don't know how many irrational fears I have on the engine. I probably have something, but I'd have to think about it in the moment. I'll have to get back to you on that. Apologies. Colonel Cactus. Fireman 45 months. You wish you could made it to the charter. Unfortunately, you had to move and you got sick, despite your vacation lining up perfectly this year. From what you've heard, I'm glad everyone had a good time. It was an excellent time by all, as far as I gather. So, bummed we missed you. But hopefully, I haven't heard an update on your situation in a minute. So, hopefully that's a positive move and not the UP being the UP. But I wouldn't be surprised. 94 Chevy. 20's going to be so bored when she returns to the train set of Golden and ready for a 2-month nap. Pretty much. She's not going to get one, but she will get a nap in June. I think her annual's up in June, but she's going to come back and run Colorado Crossings with the 315 in May. So, yeah. But she's going to get a bit of a nap until then, as far as I understand. So, Trainy Cat, hey Mark, sorry about the whole group chat incident. Generally feel bad because you know how busy you were. If you have time, though, please check out the video. Will do. Thank you. Yeah, please don't add me to random group chats. That's generally not ideal. Ah, birds! Thank you, Alan. From the car attendant. That was the last set of birds, not this most recent one. 50 gifted memberships. Thank you, my friend. And thank you, Mark. Thank you. Goodness, you guys pay my mortgage. Like, actually. So, thank you. Blend Pie Nexus, Mark, please have this video up for us to watch. I'm sure we can figure out a way to do that. When I've posted stuff like that just directly to the YouTube in the past, it doesn't do super well. And I don't know if it messes with the algorithm for everything, but fuck it, I'll put it up. As long as Caboose is cool with me doing that.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Great, then we'll do that. We'll do that! Yes. Velton Fighter BR, welcome to the Brakeman. Solaris, if anyone has any issues, get them checked out. Often taking it one day at a time. Hugs, my friend. Yeah, seriously. You don't want to mess with stuff with the heart, so... glad that they're taking care of you. Darth Revan, 1970. Thanks for the $2. Wilster 3078, conductor 13 months. Damn shame you couldn't make it out. The shenanigans would have been amazing. They were. But say anyway, thank you, Mark, for hosting the stream come true. Appreciate that. Carmen Kyle, thank you, Mark. You honestly opened my eyes to the beauty of the narrow gauge and brought me to Durango. Gonna miss hearing 20's voice echo off Smelter. It was so great to meet you and hang out and meet you in person back in January, but you know, now that I actually know and I can picture who you are, it's great to hang out and chat and all this stuff, and very glad that you're doing the thing down there, and hopefully I'll get to come do the thing down there with you more often. Hopefully. TBD. I guess we'll see there. Conductor for a month retracted their message. Thank you, whoever that was. Chris Chili, 1947, engineer, 25 months, had an amazing time on the charter. This was the catalyst I needed to go out and travel to see trains. Go do the thing. Hope to be able to join on future charters. Excellent. I was so happy that you were able to be there. William Adams, it's not just a U.S. community, but a global community. Thank you for the work you do. It takes us all, right, the whole thing to make it happen. So, good to see you, Will. Love Guru, Hyce crypto coin when? I don't even want to begin to think of the logistics that go into that. So, no. But I love the enthusiasm. Trendmaster 40. Yeah, what's up, John?
Sorry. I was thinking about making custom, challenge coins for the Hyce crew.
That'd be fun. We have, we had the 3D printed coins that I've long since been out of, but...
This was a 150 order that I was planning to order. I just hadn't gotten the final design right.
Yeehaw. Well, I mean, if you ever do that, I mean, that would be quite appreciated, of course, but those would be fun. I'd have to be very selective about who I give those out to, though, because, I mean, we were able to have 150 people on the train.
Yeah, I'm only going to give you 149 because I am keeping one.
You've earned at least one Hyce Challenge coin yourself, yeah. So, thank you, Johnny. Trendmaster 4014, you would have been there if you didn't have school and didn't want to skip so bad, but too much absence, grades go down, A to F, and you need to graduate, so yeah, totally get that. School is an important thing, believe you me, I understand that. So, I somehow got through and got my engineering degree, so... Cassidy HDR, engineer, 25 months. So glad you managed to make it. You have a lot to say thanks about, a lot to talk about, and a lot of it was lost in my mind as soon as I met you face to face. Yeah, that tracks. I understand that feeling in the core of my being. Most of all, I'm thankful you brought me and my friends together. That was one of the highlights that I was mentioning. That was so great to see you all together there. NGAREWYRD, I don't know how to pronounce your username ever. I apologize. Conductor at 9 months, so same time next year for the next charter. We'll see. We'll have more opportunity to do run-bys on charters that don't involve a foot of snow on the ground. So that was why we ended up... We were originally planning on doing 2 run-bys, but the timing northbound and knowing that we had 150 people to try and get off, and knowing that it was snowy and slippery, we didn't want anyone to get hurt in places that were tighter, so it was like, well, we can't really let anyone off. Well, okay, well, we'll get the horseshoe. We got the important one, so... It was very audible day of based on the weather conditions. So if we do a next year charter sometime at a different time of year when it's perhaps less snowy, we have more options, at least at the Durango and Silverton. But there will definitely be more of these sorts of things. When and where, TBD as always, but that was a lot of fun. James Edwards, the charter was a goddamn blast. Can't wait to go on the next one. Thank you, Mark. It was a goddamn blast. Yeah, that was fun. Glad you had fun too. Blend Pie Nexus, adding to the top chat ticker for lols, and you deserve it big time. Thank you. Appreciate that. Foxy Wrench, 524. Hey, Mark, thanks again for doing the charter. Absolutely worth the drive out from New York. Yes, you were the one. Now, just to deal with your boyfriend pestering me to join on a heritage line. Do it. Go do the thing. There are plenty in the East. Go do the thing. John Clintworth, $5 bid for Jersey's fridge. I hear $5. He's not here to defend it and or be the auctioneer, though. But yes. Jordan Freeman, Hyce charter behind Reading and Northern 2102. Well, never say never. That would be a lot of fun. It's not in our current short list, but I do happen to have a sheet of paper here that I posted about in a couple personal places, but I can't show the whole thing because he gave us some spoilers. I have an letter that's on Reading and Northern letterhead. And let me make sure I cover the secret sauce here. But it's a signed letter from one Andy Muller Jr. of the Reading and Northern, and I need to go get this framed. But he gave me a little intel in pen that I can't share publicly. That's just for me. So, but he says we're welcome back whenever. And man, we would have to sell a lot of tickets to put a train behind the 2102. But Lord knows, maybe that's a distinct possibility. That would be the ultimate thing. That would be a lot of fun. That would be really hard to say hi to everybody. Goodness. We'll have to think on that, but maybe someday. But yeah, this was the right before we went on, came down for the second set of 20 doing stuff. I opened the mail because Nick Ozrak texted me and he's like, "Did you get something in the mail from the Reading and Northern?" And I went, "I don't know." And I went, looked, and I went, huh, like literally the meme from Ratatouille. Just wait, that's a letter from Andy Mueller, and it's very sweet. It's such a kindness. That was such a wonderful thing for him to have done that. So I need to get that framed. It's going up on the wall somewhere. But anyway, so never say never, never say no. Would certainly hope that that's a possibility. Russell Hirt, he's in the chat. Mark, hi Russell. Your username's not green. How dare you? We're recounting all manner of things. Russell's the man, the myth, the legend that ate shit at the end of the video that came out today. Well, he didn't quite eat shit, but he tried to. So, anyway, Russell's the reason. Between Russell directly at the DNS, and then Leighton right away, the three of us made the charter happen, and by the three of us, I really mean Leighton and Russell were the reasons that we were able to do it, alongside the museum and alongside the Durango and Silverton. It took a whole huge grouping of people put together to make this be a reality. And then so many little things behind the scenes, like my mom and my girlfriend and Nick Ozrak packing bags of badges and shirts and stuff the night before. We definitely learned a lot. Many things that we might need to tweak for a next time, but goodness, we had quite a bit of fun. But anyways, yes, Jordan, 2102 would be really cool. Well, we would have to think about these sorts of things, but anyway. Epic Puma, conductor 38 months. Wish it hadn't been a multi-$1,000s to get there from New Zealand. That is the challenge of international travel, yeah. So living vicariously through this and all the pics being posted in Discord. You know, I could see it in hilarity. I could see the potential for an Australian edition of this kind of thing, because there's enough of you all down in that way. I don't know if we could do Australia and New Zealand. I don't know how many New Zealanders there are, but we could at least do an Australia edition of this, and then figure it out. So, yeah. Uh-oh. From Russell Hirt. Is that how to pronounce your last name? I still never managed to remember. Good vibes and great people. Excellent way to end the 20 in Durango. Or is it? ... Bum, bum, bum! It's fine. Maybe things happen. I probably won't be there for them if they do happen, but single tier. Anyway, yes, so I understand the travel costs from New Zealand. Treewalker93, holy crap, I made it. What did I miss? The start of recap, a very wonderful thank you video put together by Caboose and all y'all on the train. So we'll be posting that on my YouTube, so you'll be able to see it. But yeah, you, Leighton, Brett, and everyone involved put on a wonderful trip. Also been meaning to ask, did Grateful and Caboose make it back in one piece after the truck shenanigans? Well, Caboose is in chat right now.
Hi.
Did the truck survive at least back to your house?
Mostly. We had another throttle issue right before Wolf Creek in Pagosa. So we stopped in Pagosa, we fixed it, and it worked great until the almost summit of Wolf Creek, and then it started being funny again.
Oh my god.
And we almost got flattened by a semi. But after that, it was pretty good. And once, I think it was about Kansas, when Grateful hit Kansas, the check engine light just went out and everything was like, no, I'm good now. And it's had zero issues since.
Great. His truck does not like Colorado, apparently.
No, it's not allowed back.
I don't want to hear anything outling shenanigans.
Yeah, poor Corey.
Poor Corey having God's biggest
90
tire
miles from my house,
explosion.
nonetheless.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
I got a story about tire explosions.
I've got more top chats to do, and I haven't even talked about my experience on the charter yet. So if we can hold the tire stories till the end, that'd be appreciated. Thank you. 849212, here in the springs it snowed like twice. You're irked, you want snow, jealous of the eastern states and even the west part of Colorado. Real. Alligamer, murder! That poor snowman. Hey, it was Brett that did it, wasn't me. Darth Alamus, conductor 27 months. As a Utah, we had bare green grass, then a foot of snow, then bare green grass in 50 degrees Fahrenheit in less than a week. Where be the snow? Yeah, it sounds about right. Yearly Gymnast 98, Fireman 39 months. Time flies when you're taking god-awful Calc 3 classes. Calc 3 is better than Calc 2, IMO, but yes. Glad to see you had fun with the charter, and that John finally got you your dead desserts. Cheers. Yes, that's what this pile of paper is over here. Oh, and Pet de Zeus and Hades. I believe Hades is still... Yes, he is still on the cat tree above me. Zeusy Poo is upstairs with Mama at the moment, so I will give the kitties some more pets for you, though. CB 491 has not been found. The wind is hurricane force blowing unbelievable amounts of wet heavy snow before us. Conditions close to hell. Beautiful quotes. Yes, it wasn't quite that bad of a snow down in Durango, but it was snowy. Jersey's home appliances. Gimme chicken tendies. Jesus Christ. Alan Knight, thank you for the set of birds. Steam Power, can't wait for your slides to come back. Check the charter photos for other film photos. Amazing job on the charter. P.S. Come to Huckleberry. I've seen your film photos. They turn out so well. I was showing them to Natalie earlier, and she thought they were fantastic. So, thank you again. Trainmaster 4014, welcome to the Brakeman. Dan Clergyman, you got a random membership gifted to me, so you're about to pay it forward. Much appreciated. Thank you. Nerdic Runic 1001, Fireman 1 month. Howdy from Tejas, Mr. Hyce. Hope you can handle a fireman from the Chicago Reservation in Southern. Also, darn shame I couldn't attend the charter. Sorry you missed it. There will be more. Dan Clergyman gifting 5 memberships. Thank you. One Pine Nexus, what is the color for those 3D printed coins? And you got a print file for it. You'd happily print out a bunch for you. It was Caboose and Twitchy that came up with the print file. I've actually not gotten it myself. And I have a 3D printer I need to set up. And the color was whatever color we had, because I had gold ones and lime green ones and like translucent blue ones and all this stuff.
I've got a purple-black mix if you want it.
So, we'll think about those things when I have a second, hopefully this next week. Craig Bryant, if we could bring back at least 10,000 miles or whatever it was, the 3-foot narrow gauge railroad, how many billions would you think it would cost? Billions. I mean, even doing the stretch between Durango and Chama, which is like, largely not graded over and stuff. I mean, you'd be talking, probably $100 million just for that, and that's not a lot of track. So yeah, you'd be talking a lot of money for anything like that. Brakeman Beans, your cats, Ridgeway Dolores and Tumbleweed, have the same cat tower, and for me, a trip to Golden is in the works. Excellent. Please come say hi. Hope you bring your brother as well. Epsilon R, hey Hyce, wanted to come to the charter and see 20 of the snow, but your money situation isn't there. It's not cheap to get to Durango, so I understand. All the same, it was so cool. Glad it went well. And fret not, there will be video from Nick Ozerak of the whole thing, and as well from Tyler Purcell down the road. So, 94 Chevy, petition to convince Mr. Dickens to do a charter with a rather large lad. If we manage to convince the Union Pacific to let us do that, I'll retire. If we can get that to happen, we can make it happen. Lord, that would be wild. Who knows? Maybe someday. Some guy 564, you had such a fantastic time on the charter. It was a bit chaotic with the bag handout, so I heard. It was chaotic getting the bags put together, and we have lessons learned, and that was the big negative on the document was, hey, bag handout and alphabetization and having a roster and all that stuff. But as you know, we are actually like 6 cockatoos in a trench coat secretly, so it takes us a little bit to get there. But it was a bit chaotic, but everything else went very smoothly. It was also fun watching the shenanigans unfold in real time. Thank you and everyone else involved for putting this together. Thank you so much. Very much appreciate that. Co-founder NERU, Sushi, your fluffy cat ran from the other room to watch you. She heard your voice. Oh, that's adorable. Thank you. That's cute. And I probably owe you a message back about ticket punches, if I had to guess. But anyway. Jordan Freeman was late in wearing his infamous used car salesman tux and snowshoes. No, he was not. He was wearing his engine crew uniform because he was on the engine with us, which we'll talk about in just a second here. We're almost through the top chats. Rex Anger, Engineer 33 months, Australian tour. You know who to call. Yes, I do. And I know which train to talk to. I know precisely how we could set up an Australian event, actually, just about. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe 2027. Maybe we'll set up something there that could tack that on the back of Steamfest or something, or as part of Steamfest. Gears are turning now. I'm just gonna float that. You know who to talk to. If there's possibilities of a dedicated train and what that would run and all that sort of thing, we could see about that. That might be the excuse I need to drag Leighton's ass down to Australia. Oh, Lord, I don't even want to think of the tax implications of that. It's fine. Trains and more random stuff. Engineer 32 months. You haven't worked on stupid ad yet because you've been got a new layout table. Yay! It's now done for now. OGH Lionel. Excellent. Have fun with that. Wolfster 3078, you got some more words. Your channel was the motivation for me to switch from cashier at the Toronto Railway Museum to actually don coveralls and become a brakeman and start at Centennial College. Fuck yeah. Right on. That's awesome. Andrew Frame, if Hyce Charter's TM are about to travel, just let me know when to put the bug in Bethan's ear. Oh, Lord knows that it would be easy to get on with you guys, wouldn't it? That would be that'd be way too much fun. I need to come up and see you guys generally anyways. But yeah, we'll keep that one in mind. 80 former 9212. How many people do you think the 4014 could pull? Lots. to quote Simon Pegg in Shaun of the Dead. Lots. Yeah. You think, okay, 80 passengers-ish per 80-foot car. Okay. Maybe even more than that. Maybe like 100 passengers apiece. And tonnage on a flat railroad is probably like 20 of those. I mean, you're talking thousands of people. You're talking, that would be a tough sell, I think. Alligamer, engineer 2 years. Holy cow, 2 years, that's wild. Glad the charter went well, my friend. Thank you. It really did. The Colorado Kid, glad you all had fun on the charter. Just glad everyone traveling via Wolf Creek Pass made it down safely. Haven't driven down that in the middle of the whiteout. Scary as fuck. Had to go back home via Lizard Head and Monarch Passes instead. Yeah, I'm glad everyone made it home good too. We went over Wolf Creek on Monday and it was totally fine. I've been over Wolf Creek and worse. One time it was pretty bad, but yeah. Goodness. Okay, we've done top chats. So if top chats come in after this, there's going to be a brief pause till we get to those. Apologies in advance. But I wanted to talk about the kind of the vibe and the experience of the charter. It was day 6 in a row of 20 doing stuff in Durango. This was a super long week for the people that did it. I was lucky in that I had the few days off before because that's just kind of the way it shook out. I think I could have been on crew on the Friday because our charter was on Sunday. I could have been on crew potentially on the Friday, but it didn't work out for me to be on that way. Oh, no, I couldn't be on. That's right. I couldn't have been on crew early because I was running the night photo shoot that Friday night in the Durango yard, so I would have been violating hours of service had I gone in early and been on crew early. So I couldn't have been on crew that day, and then Saturday we had Burnham and Run rehearsals to do. Yes, that is a Gibson Firebird. Well done. 13. Yeah, good eye. Anyway, ADHD. Saturday I knew I had rehearsals to do, and I had to grab my mom and Natalie from the airport and everything, and that was all a whole thing. So I was off at least those 2 days, though they were very busy days, generally. But the previous several days were trains, crew, all this, running, firing, whatever. I mean, I put so much through the tender of the damn thing when we were firing, just for the flanger. I did not expect that. Photo run-bys have a way of eating coal, it turns out. But it was day 6 in a row of everything, and the day before, the Saturday, was one of those hellacious days on the railroad for, everyone. It was one of those days that was kind of cursed, and I was happy that it was that day and not my day. So, let me paint you the picture of Saturday. I go chasing with some of the Studio 346 team, because I wanted them to be able to see what the DNS is like, and I wanted to film some things like, here's the 480 doing her thing, pulling the Cascade train. I know there's a couple rougher joints right at this spot on the railroad now that I've gotten some experience, and I wanted to see how she wiggled through it as she was doing the thing. See, there's one. You get that big whiplash there. There's the other one. Those big joints. So, like, I wanted to show them that and show those sorts of things. So we're chasing the train. And so we chased up and we drove up to the Pinkerton siding because we were guests of the railroad and had access and that sort of thing. It's railroad access only, but we were acting as stewards for the railroad in some ways, at least I was, right? So we drove up in there to go take a look at stuff, and we sat there waiting forever, wondering, and it turned out that Goose was on the train. He was on, he was going to chase with us, and he got permission to ride the train from the brakeman for free, which is fun. But I told him, like, he'd called me and said that, and I was like, hey, the museum's got a standing invite to ride in the cab of the engine. Go introduce yourself, whatever. So he got to go for a cab ride and had a grand old time. I'm sure he is still smiling ear to ear from that. But so we had I started texting him like, where are you guys? Did we miss you? And he's like, oh no, we're stopped to build steam. And it's like, oh no, that's not good. And so poor 480, something clogged the burner supply or the burner itself. I never heard the final story on that.
The guess was, while I was in the museum while that was happening, was she sat for about a week before this. And so their guess is all the silt and crap settled to the bottom of the tank.
Sure. So they were just getting junk through the burner. So anyway, they pulled up to us at, this video, I'm so annoyed that my phone did this, and I don't know how to easily edit and rotate it, which is obnoxious. Let me download it and see if I can rotate it in, VLC player, but, yes, Wings and Strings. This is in fact the doomed 480 run where you flashbanged the entire consist with you lost the game written into the snow. Yeah, that was really fucking funny. Let's see. Is there a way to rotate the video? I don't know if there is a way to rotate the video outside of an editing program, which is annoying. Well, this is a cool video. I'll continue telling the story while I pop open Resolve to drop that in. Anyway, so we pulled up to Pinkerton and we were waiting so long that Wings and Strings literally wrote, "You lost the game" in the snow. And this is before we heard anything was awry, like anything that was wrong. And so we felt really bad afterwards once we heard that the burner was clogged up, because they were basically stopping to build up steam, and then they would run for like a half mile, stop to build up steam, run for a half mile over and over and over again. And it was funny, we're sitting there waiting, and they finally come up to us, and she's working her heart out, and they whistle for the stop, and they pull up and stop right next to my truck. And the engineer on the daily train, Cascade train, that day was John Hillier, who is funny as shit. He is, I really enjoyed spending time with him. He was hilarious. He primarily works at the White Pass in Yukon, but is also in the off seasons for the White Passes down at the Durango and Silverton, and has been there forever. And I got to meet him these past couple trips, and he's been our pilot several times, and he knows that railroad like the back of his hand. And it was cool to learn from him. But he was the engineer now after piloting us for 4 days in a row. He's the engineer on the 480, having all these struggles and everything. Here we go. Now I can rotate this 90 degrees, and we'll zoom in. Okay. So he invites me up in the cab, and he goes, "Hey, you want a cab ride?" And I was like, "Well, I've got my truck, and I've got friends that I have to drive back. Like, sorry, it's a whole thing." And he's like, "Well, we're only gonna go like a train length." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I'll come up. So here's your commuter start with a K36, wide open. Slam it shut. Open. Shut. So I'd like you all to look right here and see... Hi, Zeus. I would like you all to look right here and see that the other cat has arrived. But yes, the sound of that thing was wide open on the firing quadrant, and we were on the engine for a grand total of a train length, actually, because I ended up walking through the train, and I got off the rear, and it was at my truck. So we moved the train a train length, and in that time it lost 50 psi with the firing valve wide open. So anyway, yeah, is stream dead, or is it just lagging?
It's lagging behind. I think your cat may have hit something on the keyboard.
Well, he shouldn't have. He's good at that. Yeah, the bit rate's really trash, actually, but...
Good kitty. something, good kitty.
Hi, buddy. Do you want to go up and be with your brother up top? We've had one cat annoyance, yes, but we're having second. It's good now? Okay. Anyway, firing valve was wide open the whole way, and they tried everything. And it nothing against the crew, nothing against the railroad. It's just one of those things that happens with an oil burner, and particularly in the off-season. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Record.
Well, and 480's tired, too, so... You know.
Yeah, 80 does only have, like, 55 days left before she's out of service days. Shushi poo. Excuse me. I need my mouse. Anyway, so I got to experience that religion, which was fantastic. I mean, that was crazy. I missed out on seeing the over tonnage 473 going up the hill because I had to pick people up from the airport. But then it was all about going through and getting Burnham and Run rehearsals done. And man, I got Zeus, you little shit ass. Oh. Mom, are you watching the stream?
Your mic has died twice now.
My mom did not realize that the conductor's baton was the best cat toy. He saw me doing the thing, and now... Hey. Bonk, 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 bonk. Sorry guys, this has turned into Zeusy playtime. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oh! You almost got it from me. Shushi poo. Can we not? Can we not, buddy? No, I'm gonna go put you upstairs with your brother. Okay? Can you go up there? Sit there. Sit there and be cute. Yeah, good baby. Good baby.
You need to get him his own keyboard. Just have him go get his own keyboard.
Oh my god.
On that.
Hang on. I'm starting an international incident. He's starting to pot Hades' tail. Well, again, thank you, whoever sent me the $50 top chat back in the day for the cat tree. This is now brought to you. Unfortunately, my green screen... I removed the green screen on-off button so that I could have...
Lizard.
On my Stream Deck. So, I can't make it go from a black screen to a green screen. It's fine. But anyways, there's the kitties. I guess they're gonna do that. Let me go through the top chats, and then I'm gonna want to run and use the... Oh, well, thank you, Jake, for next time. Let me go through these top chats. I'm going to want to use the restroom after that. And then we will talk day of charter. Although I was, Burnham and Run rehearsal first, I guess. Especially because Armagon's here. Getting to play with Burnham and Run in person finally, and getting to hear Armagon specifically play the flute and the piccolo was such a treat. We rehearsed at the Airbnb that the museum had rented. And I have to say huge shout out to Paul Montz and Norm Acker for bringing instruments too. because Paul brought his banjo for Tom to use, and then as well Norm brought his dobro, which we figured would be closer to what Tom's used to for dobro. It didn't quite work out in terms of that setup, so I kind of played it like a weird fucked up guitar, and it kind of worked, but still the timbre was really cool. But getting to rehearse through and kind of hear everything and put everything together with the ensemble of 4, including Goose and including Armagon, was spectacular. I'd worked with Goose on recording stuff before, and we figured it out and got through it, but actually getting to play live and really actually feel Goose's musicianship was like, that was such a big difference and such a nice thing, and it made me appreciate what he could do as a musician more so than when recording before, because I felt bad in the past, because I remember having judgment in the past, realizing that I've recorded forever and I'm so used to it, it's so second nature, and that I processed afterwards. I was like, oh shit, I was kind of harsh to my friend about something because I'm used to it and he wasn't, and that wasn't fair. Especially realizing how good of a player he is in the live context. That was spectacular, and it made me feel really good about his playing and kind of the interplay we were able to have then. And then Eric Armagon coming in with the flute, all timid after saying nothing in the group chat other than, hey, what's the set list? And being slightly, at least having the aura of, I'm a little worried about this, and then just coming in and fucking nailing it. That was spectacular. I mean, I remember, okay, well, we're going to do stuff with the flute and it'll be a little Irish. And it's like, yeah, that'll be a little Irish, but I don't know what that's going to sound like. And then hearing it all together for the...
Check the connection, because you've been kind of spotty the whole
I'm
time.
I'm gonna swap from Quantum Fiber to Google Fiber the second I can when we're there. Sorry, I was gushing about. We'll shorten it down. Burnham and Run was wonderful. I was surprised pleasantly, and everyone was fantastic. And it was great. The rehearsal was great. So that was the end of Saturday.
If I might just reiterate, that was the most fun I've had performing in a really long time, and like I hadn't really played since like April of 2024, so
well, your playing did not show that whatsoever.
And so that's where kind of some of the initial unease came from, but
sure,
I mean, I feel like through this I've been able to kind of recapture a part of myself that had been dormant for a while, and I'm really excited to see where that goes.
I know precisely what you mean in regards to that, and yeah, I would love if you'd record some stuff with us, and we'll continue making music, because that was that was great.
I would absolutely love to. Just let me know what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna run through top chats, and then I'm gonna have to horse like a piss race, to quote the great Tom. So, Alligamer, one more. Thank you. Jordan Freeman, have I ever been skiing in Colorado? I've never been skiing anywhere. Akabog, conductor 41 months. Good to see you, Matt. Thank you. Thayer Subdivision Productions, Fireman 5 months. Damn, 5 months. Glad to be with y'all for the ride. Glad you're here. Andrew Lucia, hey, Hyce. Congrats on the charter. Just wanted to ask what you thought of Benoit levers. Seems like they would have been useful on Narrow Gauge 8 coupled engines in particular. I don't know if they were ever used in the US. I'm not familiar with that at all. Shoot me an email with that, or a DM or something. I'd love to learn about that. Rutger Lamberson, hello, Hyce and crew. Hope all is well. General question regarding locomotives. As a mechanical engineer, what is your opinion the coolest engineering innovation or solution you're aware of regarding locomotive operation? Also sending burbs soon. And set of burbs. Thank you. For coolest like engineering solution for operation specifically would be the Pennsylvania Railroad wheel slip detection and control systems on some of their duplexes. That shit's cool as fuck. I need to learn how it works one of these days, but they had wheel slip control on steam locomotives back in the 50s. So it's a good one. Smeagol plays games. To answer an earlier chat, the UP big boys were rated to pull 15 330 tons on straight and level track. Jesus Christ. That's enough to pull 194 fully loaded bi-level commuter cars with 169 passengers each for a total of 32,786 passengers. I'm in danger. I don't think we could find that many bi-levels that would be serviceable that people would let us use at least. Skin 303, yeah, buddy, you were awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Train Liam 2794, welcome to the conductors. Car attendant, accurate reconstruction of Hyce getting a letter from the Reading and Northern in hashtag memes, shameless plug. It's just gonna be my name pasted over the guy in that thing, isn't it? Yes.
Correct.
Yes. Reading and Northern, yes. Ah, good. With Kenosha.
Why not?
Mint.
Get my lawyer.
Just about. Well done. Well done, good sir. The Thayer Subdivision Productions. Hey, Hyce, quick questions. You've been looking at getting into the mechanical side of railroad, and you're wondering what would be the best way to get your foot in the door as a senior in high school getting ready to graduate. If you're talking about mechanical in terms of working on the locomotives and stuff, just go apply. If you're talking about getting more into mechanical engineering design, college, getting a mechanical engineering degree, and getting internships that are related to the railroad can open doors for you to go and work for one of the many different folks out there that produce mechanical components for cars. They hire lots of mechanical engineers.
If you don't mind for a second. As someone who was just in that position not that long ago, another thing I can recommend is look at your local community college and see if they have like an intro to machine class. That's what I took, and that's helped me a lot in starting to get there. Like they'll go over lathes, mills, etc.
Machining things, you're probably not going to find a job for a big railroad, for class 1 or anything, where machining is important directly as a hard skill, but that is always going to be an incredibly valid and useful skill for you as an engineer, whether you're designing or thinking about maintenance, with how things come together and get put together. Like, that is always a valuable skill if you're going to be thinking in terms of how something that's constructed. Machining is the act of creating something like that out of metal. And so that's absolutely a good shout, and a good thing to give a shot at. And it's quite a lot of fun, too.
And an intro to welding class if you can find one. I took both of those. I am extremely thankful that I have them.
Those are things that you could learn and never use, but your experience having known them will help inform your frame of reference as an engineer and make you an engineer that is not one of the engineers that decides to put, some obnoxious to maintain thing in the V of an engine. Insert jokes here from all the car people. But yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah. Landon Beatty, we talked about this. We talked about this first trip. Landon Beatty. Yes. Hello, friend. Sorry. I was like in the middle of reading it and went, no, I met him. I know what he looks like. Yeah. Fireman, 25 months. Hi, Hyce. It was a pleasure meeting you. And we said thank you. And my mom didn't realize how popular you were. I am niche famous. I can go to the grocery store and get groceries and no one says hi or goes, but if I go around the trains, then yes, it's wild, but it's a good thing and obviously led to all these things. So Nerdic Runic 1001, by the way, your streaming playlist makes for an excellent workout playlist on the treadmill. Running along with Smells Like Kenosha is interesting. Yeah, just keep tapping the button like you're lizard as it speeds up. Yep. Conk Tech Conductor, 19 months. Hi, Hyce. Glad to hear the charter was success. Sorry, I missed it. Work scheduling, 19 months. Question for chat. Did anyone else get double Caboose boxes? Double? Oh, goodness. I've heard legends of some of our distributing issues with those. I do have my 3 ES&D Cabooses over there. I have one of each that we're going to do an unboxing video on at one point. But anyway. Hopefully no one else got double. I guess we'll find out. Virgo the Drewski, Captain Cisco did nothing wrong. Love. Brakeman Beans, getting to meet the rest of Studio C346 has me more excited for Century of Steam. I'm glad. And don't worry, you and the gang down in Durango will get first chance and all that stuff when the time comes. And if you guys make it up to the Golden, come on down. We'll have a build up for you to play. So needs a lot more before the public can have it, but sorry, everyone else. Skin303 Connector 23 months. Thank you. Andrew Lucia, you sent a Discord DM with the Wikipedia link. I'll check it after stream. Thank you. Jersey's Home Appliances. I wanted to say the PRR wheel slip control was based on small dynamos running off the wheels. That would make sense to me. It has to be an electrical signal somehow. Daniel LM Kabaki, combine how much weight in cats on tree, right? Combined weight, there's about... It's plus or minus a pound or two from a 30 pounds worth of cat on that tree right now. So, it's rated for that. I checked. I had to think about that. Landon Beatty, $10. Thank you. Appreciate you. 75 Horse Case. So great to meet you this time around as well. Engineer 33 months. Thanks again for putting this whole thing on. Best night was finding you at the photo shoot with Treewalker. That was funny. You see the ES&D roundel and you go, huh. And I was in the middle of slamming a chicken sandwich in my face and was just like, huh. Shit post, I'm just gonna make some faces at him because I didn't know who you guys were off the top of my head. I hadn't seen the messages from Treewalker yet. I just saw you guys there and I was like, well, they're obviously Hyce fans. I'm gonna be a dumbass. Oh, peeking around and whatever, and then I was like, I'm gonna finish my food and then we'll talk. Virgo the Drewski, it was a very fun lizard memeing with you on the train when we found out 473 was coming to save us. The crew did a great job that day. Yes, they did. Yes. Yeah, there was a brief moment where we thought it was gonna be 480, 473, and the 106. It would have been a triple head, and we were like, lizard. But anyway, it ended up just being the 473, and that, I've seen video. It was religious sounding. So, Thayer Subdivision Productions, thank y'all for the advice. Fun fact, I did take welding your sophomore year, and these last 2 years you've taken 2 auto technology classes, which you're glad you're putting to work at your local museum. Fuck yeah, you're already on the right track. Continue doing that sort of stuff, and you'll have it, dude. Allison Chains, engineer 27 months, car, lizard. Sorry, the Brian cell is on break. Yes, it is. Clearly. Good to see you, Allison. And Thayer Subdivision Productions, which we have the speeder running under its own power and on the main and soon to be a 44-tonner. Excellent. Godspeed. All right, well, Corey, it's your lightning round because Jersey's not here. Godspeed. Y'all can take it to... Oh, then answer their questions. I have to go pee. I'll be right back.
I do have a story.
Tell a story, then.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen.
All right. Okay, so we were all at this bar and grill, like all the friend groups, waiting on Mark to get there. And this bar is like right off the line, tracks running right there. So Mark walks in, he yells out, "Rain." Now, we were probably 3/4 of this bar, like we had it reserved. And all of a sudden, every other patron of this bar just watches us. Everybody just get up and storm out of the bar. Real slap in the face. Mark was wrong. There was no traffic. So that's my dumb story.
Yeah, the just being a random patron and hearing train, and then 3/4 of the bar just rushes out.
Jesus.
I will admit to getting fully swept up in that.
No.
We got legitimately blue-balled, though, because I heard a whistle somewhere, and it sounded like it was close.
Jesus Christ. We were talking about tires exploding earlier. Who was that had their tire explode on them?
Corey.
That was
Corey. Corey?
Unfortunately, Corey.
So, Corey, I don't know if you were there at Kentucky Steam when I came in and blew my tire out on the gravel road and spun sideways.
No, I wasn't there.
Okay. So you know how you can go across the train tracks and take the entire back way into the shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, managed to get about halfway to the shop, doing faster than I really should on a gravel road. My left rear tire blew out. My car turned nose to the left towards the tracks, and my front tires go up on the tracks. I made a phone call to Evan, big Evan, not little Evan, of course, and told him, hey, I'm going to be late. I just blew my tire out. Turned around, called the MTO for CSX at the place I was currently working at, and he goes, oh, we'll send somebody out there to replace your tire for you. So CSX replaced my tire for me for free.
Gotta like that.
Yeah.
Note to self, if my tire goes out, pull onto the nearest set of train tracks.
No, it's because I'm an employee, that's why.
I was gonna say, yeah.
No. Jake, when you
For
blow
legal
your
reasons,
tire, you call John and say, hey, can you say that to call your boss and tell them that I'm broke down in the middle of where you are, and just be like, and they're like, we don't send trains there. Well, can you send a tire?
They sent an entire service truck, and then they paid the bill for my tire replacement and mount balance.
Gotta like that.
Yeah.
So I return and I look up, and both the kitties are still there, and Hades has rotated such that he's not entirely invisible against the black screen of the black green screen Doom Void, and it's mildly entertaining. But
just a pair of eyes.
He's just got his white mitts showing. So I'm gonna. I see we have some top chats. We'll come back to the top chats. I want to talk through the start of the charter on my end. So the whole reason of giving the Saturday background of, oh, well, you know, things transpired and poor 480 struggled, and they had a flanger train that was out, and they had the whole equipment show and everything. The 106 ends up bringing, hang on, is this important? Oh, sure. Yes, sure, Russell. Sure, do you have Discord? Russell's, our event coordinator down at the Durango in Silverton. Wonderful guy, longtime friend of mine. Let's see. We're going to get Russell in here. Anyway. We'll figure that out one way or another. What is Scott? Fuck you.
What? Eat
shit and die, buddy. Anyway, things transpired on the railroad. It was a very railroady day where, you know, the 106 ends up bringing the train from Cascade that never made it to Cascade back in Long Hood Forward. Not a great time. Apparently they put the 106 in the dirt, and they had a coach go in the dirt. Nothing like crazy. It was just while switching, and that shit happens. That's railroading. Slow speed sort of stuff like that. And so we ended up having an early crew call for my charter day because we had to build the train in the morning, or at least the DNS crew did. I had to run boxes and boxes of merchandise from my mom's hotel room to the depot. Because all the merchandise was with my mom, who packed things together, and Leighton was at a different hotel, and well, we're adding that to the lessons learned situation, of course. But we had an earlier call time so that the actual DNS crew could put together the train, and they put together the train mostly, as everyone who on the platform saw. We came over with the 20 with one coach, banged into the rest of the train, and then went and grabbed the Caboose after the 482 had taken off out of town. And it was kind of wild coming back in, and we snuck up, and, you know, we're used to at this point with 20 at Durango, like, okay, there's a gazillion people around the grade crossing ready to see what's happening, and saw all those people, and it's like, all right, that's not surprising, not a big deal, whatever. The 82 had to shove back to get propane in one of the cars, because, again, railroad shenanigans the day before, so they shove back, and it's like, hey, we can go get on the train in the past track while they're doing that. So we blitz across the crossing back in, and then just look over and see everyone on the platform, and everyone's got their camera aimed at me, and I'm like, oh, this is happening right now. This is actually a thing. All these people are here because of me? What? What? This is bizarre to process. But we banged onto the train, the 82 went by, and I sat there, and I'm sure somebody has to have a picture of me giggling my ass off, going, big choo-choo, because having the stack of a K-36 go past you like that, doomph, 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 it's pretty cool. They go out, and they get out ahead of us, so then we pulled back up with the Caboose. Everyone was getting on, and that was all a good time, and then it was time to get out of town and chase them, and getting to run at speed on the DNS, that's just cool. That's just cool. That was too much fun. I mean, with 20, I have to say it was fantastic having John Walden, the train master at the Durango and Silverton, as the pilot for that. It was kind of we joked that it was like the practical part of my job interview. Let's see. Hey, look, Russell's just joined the Discord. Look at that. Well, we're just gonna give him MOW real quick. Hey, Russell, if you're watching, you should now see a chat in the Discord that says MOW recording. By all means, come hang out and say hi. I think you have at least enough roles that you can do that, potentially.
I'll grab the rest of them.
Yeah, please do, Caboose. Russell, again, is a fantastic person, and we're so happy he's here. But it was interesting going out of town. There was one slow order kind of out on the way because there's a little bit of rough track. They're doing all their maintenance projects over the winter. And so we're, dealing with that stuff, watching all the crossings, of which there are a gazillion. Thankfully, the Main Street Big Crossing was back in service by the time of our charter, because it had been out of service due to a ballast resistance issue at the time earlier in the week. But getting to run through town, I had run through town once before on the way out, and it wasn't too crazy, but it was nice having John be the pilot because we got things set up, and he basically looked at me and he's like, dude, save your shoulders, stop fucking with the throttle, leave it set, and then just work a little air against it. And it's like, oh, I mean, I guess I can do that, huh? Welcome, Russell. You're here, allegedly. Potentially.
Hello.
Us in here whenever we're doing whatever, if you want to jump in.
Cuts out again.
Damn it, Mark.
I thought my headset died again.
Did I cut out again?
Yes, you did.
My internet, I am going to drop kick my internet provider after today. So
I'm currently in the middle of a fight with mine to get my internet fixed.
They just installed Google Fiber in my neighborhood, so triple the speed, but it's like same cost. Yeah, happy to go with somebody else. But anyway, it was nice running 20 in the valley, kind of knowing that, because I could play with the bar a little bit, keep the steam up enough that Brett and Leighton were getting enough draft that the fire was still doing something, which we found you kind of had to run 20 a little further down than you'd kind of expect, because you're not working it hard enough to be using a shit ton of steam, but you need to have it far enough down that it provides the fire enough air to keep things happy. So it was interesting to find that balance, and then find a throttle notch, and then be grabbing air to balance out the speed from there. So that was kind of an interesting balance. I hadn't run that way in the valley kind of with that level of coaching. I'd had a good pilot going that way before, and he was getting used to the engine just as I was on getting used to the railroad, and so we weren't as concerned about time. There wasn't another train, so on this day it was like, no, it's time to boogie. We can't be in the way of the Cascade train. So we were trying to scoot with it, so it was like, all right, we're going to be setting up the air and just, working against it. So it's like, well, sorry, Carmen, who have to change the brake shoes, but, we're going to be doing a little bit of that. And so bombing through the valley was cool, and we made it up there, and thankfully everything was all right. We had had some concerns with some of the pins taking grease with how cold it had been when we were shooting rods before, and thankfully we got to Hermosa and everything was cold and oiled around, and got the main rods shot for the climb up the hill, and that was all good. So we go to assault Hermosa Hill, and we start climbing up, and It's the immediate game of, I don't think hardly anyone except Sam maybe one time. The whole time 20 was down there.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Apparently your audio is dead on stream. I'd at least check chat real quick.
People should refresh because it should be that should be fine. It's transmitting fine.
Yeah, it's good on my side.
Why must YouTube be crappy
Good on my
on this
end.
day?
I hear it fine.
Okay, yeah. If you're having audio problems, F5. We'll just do this. Press the button. Press the F5 button. Anyway. Going up Hermosa Hill, I'm pretty sure Dusty must have had one good run at it. Because Dusty had the most shots at it. I wasn't on the engine the day that he had a good shot at it. And I know for a fact that Sam had a good day of it the one time because he lifted the safety purposefully on the hill 3 times. Which was just him getting a little bit of retribution after, I don't know, making the fire the height of the tube sheet at the front. So, yeah, it's fine. I don't know if anyone had, like, other than Sam and Dusty's one good run, if anyone really had a perfect run up the hill. And Brett and Leighton didn't have a perfect run, but I will say that they had a great run. We got onto the hill, and right away, I mean, you're scooting when you get onto Hermosa Hill through the crossing, get into the corner, and the pressure's just coming down. I mean, it's fallen like a rock. There must have been a hole somewhere. But Brett found it, and he caught it, and the whole time, he kept the pressure within a 5-pound window the rest of the way up the hill, fighting the rest of the way up. It was just, between 155 and 150 rather than 180 and 175. But building against the damn thing, working with that much tonnage, it's going to be a whole time. So we made it up the hill with good time, though, and made it into Rockwood, built some water, and kept it going. And ultimately, with as delayed as everything left, we made pretty good time all the way there. And it was just a good bit of fun running all the way up. So I had a great time. It was fantastic. I mean, being in the engineer's seat all the way to Cascade and getting to run the High Line. That was special because the original concern had been, hey, the High Line, the horseshoe curve, everything before and after that's 5 mile an hour speed limit. It's technical. There's a lot of stair stepping and reverse grades and things that go on. So it's the most challenging part of the railroad to run and run smoothly and safely. So the original thing that was said was like, hey, the DNS pilots are going to run that, and that's going to be that. And if they get comfortable, then, okay, maybe they can let the museum guys have a go. And I know that Jeff had gotten a shot at it. Dusty had gotten a shot at it. Brett had gotten run-bys on it, so Brett had kind of felt a lot of the stuff in slices. But I was honestly expecting our pilot, John, to tell me, like, hey, it's my turn, and that would have been totally okay, because that is, again, up to the pilot's discretion. It's all about safety first and everything. At the end of the day, I don't know the railroad as well as they do. It's their railroad, so I would have been totally cool with that. But he let me do it, and it was really fun. And it was kind of rewarding in a way that we're going around the High Line and doing all the stuff, and I'm feeling the track out, and John was giving me little teachings here and there, like, hey, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. You might want to take a set or, release this. And it was about 7 or 8 times that he would come over to me and go, hey, you ought to let that set go. That's going to be too much. And I'd point at the brake valve and said, hey, it's already released. And he'd go, oh, good idea. So I got good idea about 7 or 8 times where I'd already felt and was a little ahead of what John was coaching me, which felt really good because it meant that my butt feel in the seat, not knowing the exact topology of everything, was kind of right on the money in some ways. Obviously, once I would get more runs through it, you could do it and keep the speed even more consistent, but it felt nice to know, like, okay, I'm feeling this, I'm going to do this. Okay, I know what happens, and the litmus test of running a railroad multiple times is then, okay, you know where that spot is, you know how to preemptively do that and keep it bang on 5 mile an hour through there perfectly. Or slightly under, depending on track condition and all that stuff, but it was really cool to feel that, and hopefully it gave John good vibes. But anyway, that was quite a bit of fun. And then running up the rest of the way to Cascade was just a good bit of fun, and Leighton got to fire because Brett fired the hill basically, so they swapped out, and Leighton got to see what firing on the road was really about, and he had a good time, and we had no hurts for pressure or anything, and made it to Cascade, and then we got to shove in and have the show, and it was great. Treewalker handed me a Zero Sugar Verner's as I got off the engine just about at Cascade, and I got to have one of those, and then hopped up and played some music, and it was just absolutely fantastic getting to play music for you guys with the Burnham and Run folks. I mean, I've been working with Tom on music for four-ish years at this point, maybe a little bit longer, and to actually get to play live in person with also Eric and Tyler, and the set went as well as it did. That was just a treat, and I was the sap that was crying at the end of it anyways, but it's only because Tom, if you don't know, the harmonica at the end of the line, Tom mimicked after my grade crossing whistle, because they are too ridiculous. So it was just really touching in the moment, and I was happy to be surrounded by my friends there. So that was running up, and then on the way back, it took me from Cascade to Oxbow to meet everybody on the train and punch everyone's ticket and chat for 30 seconds, if that, a person. And I made it a point. I wanted to come say hi to everybody. You guys all came out to come see the thing, and it was amazing that I was not expecting it to take that long, but it was fantastic, and it was so great to hear everyone's story and chat with everyone as we did. So that's kind of my taste of the day. Russell, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah. Well, it was great. It was a good day. I've never seen Leighton throw so well, throwing bags across the depot. And of course, the delays in the morning, I'm sitting there as the company representative thinking, we're the reason this isn't going to get pulled off correctly. But no, it was great. And, got to crew the engine coming home, which has been one of my goals since the engine got restored, and putting the 20 trips together for the company and making that all happen. It was the right way to end it, and had a sweet little moment with my 6-month-old daughter in the cab, the first time being in the cab of a locomotive when we got back, and it was great. So
very good. Well, you'll love to see it. You'll love to hear it. I know that you, John, and Jeff had no fun on the way back, did you?
No, none whatsoever. Except I did break out the cheater pipe. I do prefer a K36 or 28 throttle over the 20s any day. I'll say that.
I have, as I was telling John during my interview, as it were, it's fine. I have a range of steam locomotive throttles that I've operated, and it's more than 10 at this point, which blows my mind. But anyway, in the range of steam locomotive throttles, 20s is not the bottom, but it's damn close.
Yeah, my forearm was shot. I ran Hermosa into town, and trying to maintain 20 on a slight downhill grade doesn't take much. And yeah,
that's not a notch. You just got to find it.
No.
So
exactly.
I was using the cheater pipe a bunch. For the uninitiated, the RGS, there were pictures of 20 running where the engineers had a cheater pipe over the end of the throttle, and they were running with that rather than anything else. And so Jeff grabbed a pipe back in the day when we restored the engine jokingly, and then we ran it the first day, and it was like, oh my god, this is terrible. So he grabbed the cheater pipe and used it. He's made adjustments since then in some of the leverage that's made it a lot better, but it still, for certain things, kind of sucks, and the teeth are worn out on the quadrant a little bit, so one notch is not enough, the next notch is way too much, and so having the cheater pipe, it holds the squeeze in, and then you put the pipe over, and then you just hang on to this lever out here, and you've got way more leverage, so it's fighting you less. It's way less tiring to do that than to, be clamped down as hard as you can with your wrist and trying to hold the throttle at the same spot. So
and you can brace your elbow just right against the cab window, so you don't really got to move it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I ended up using that a fair bit, actually, heading up north past the High Line. There was a couple spots where it was just like, well, I want a little more, and so I tossed that on, and then you're just sitting there with both hands on the roller coaster bar, and you're like, okay, it's a full stick. It's kind of funny. So, I said we're going to grab top chats at the end here, or at least once we told the story, but we've mostly told the story, and we'll go backwards because this is relevant at the end of the charter. I heard myth and legend about what happened, but I don't actually know 100%. Virgo the Drewski asks, what caused the air to dump on the way back into town during the charter?
Yeah, there was an air hose between the first and second car that caught the crossing. Just it was a little too long, the right sway and
the right
stopped.
thing at the right time, and just
Yeah.
That is what I heard, that it was a hose between cars that popped, but yeah, that'll do it. That was funny because I was in the midst of going back and doing the meet and greet, and I was in the last car, and I was almost all the way through, and I heard the bang! I was like, oh shit, I know what that is. And so I braced, and I was in the aisle standing up and watching people trying to not fall over, and a couple people almost did, but everyone kind of caught themselves. But it was funny because I was in the midst of having a conversation, and the person I was chatting with was like, how did you not fall over? And I was like, well, I know what the sound of an emergency application is, the brake cylinder.
Right.
So
yeah, and Jeff and I were in the midst of swapping off. He was like halfway onto the gangway, and I was getting ready to dive in, and we just stopped. I was like, well, that's convenient.
Well, there you go. Easier swap for you. But of all the things, that was the low watermark of the day. Was oops, we had a hose catch the crossing and pop, and then you laced it back up, great, and then set sail. So,
right.
Of all of the issues to run into, that was just about the smallest one that could have been, and knock on wood, that was great. Otherwise, so.
Yeah, relaxing in the caboose on the way up after 5 days of 6 a.m. calls and 10:30 outs. Yeah, it was a nice relaxing trip. So.
Yeah, it was good and chill, and it was a great way to end it, and it was fun to get to take pictures with the Studio 346 gang and everything, and I'm hoping that all of the Studio 346 team is reinvigorated and excited about what we're doing after getting to see a little bit of the prototype. I know that the whole drive back from Durango to Denver, I had Wings and Strings and then Tristan with me in the truck, and we went and stopped at many different locations to kind of get a little reference, and I droned the Creed giant ore bin and the whole mine and all that. So, trying to get little flavors of things and reference of things and try and help sell things for San Juan when we get there. So, anyway, I guess I will go through the top chats now that we're here and we kind of talk through it, and then maybe we'll get out of here. We've been live for a couple hours and my internet's been stupid. So. Solaris, hey, when are we gonna get a Hyce Man COS playthrough? When there's more of a game. It's got a lot of game things and we can set up game scenarios, but there's a lot of little details there before it's really truly a game. And I don't think we're gonna get much of a playthrough by me before the game's available to the public, because I think that would be terribly cruel for the rest of you watching. So we might wait until we release. It might be like, a month out to release as a hype thing. We'll see. That's all TBD. Luck is cool. 345, you're going to go study diesel mechanics after school. Godspeed. That's a great field to be in. Mr. Daylight 844, Conductor 41 months. When are we going to see hoppers with a capital H? The religious hoppers? I don't know. What kind of hoppers? Is that you, Scott?
The Lizard movie. It's the Lizard movie. When are we going to go see the Lizard movie?
Oh, well.
Lizard.
Whenever. When are we next going to be at the same location together? We should plan that. That would be a hilarious dumb reason for a trip. Why are you flying to Florida?
Lizard.
Anyway.
I'll go shop flights. I'll let you know.
10-4. Yearly Gymnast 98. The 20 is yet to be retrieved from Durango. The limes are being thrown at Hurricane Forest. Conditions now. Hell, send us some soup or schnapps. Yes. I have to appreciate everyone. Several people garnished limes at me, and I had to tell everyone, like, hey, we would like to be invited back to the Durango and Silverton. And the couple limings that I did receive were quite peaceful, and we picked them up and cleaned them up afterwards. So we didn't want to make a mess of the train. From Andrew Frame, for the high school student, consider that the manual machinists are becoming increasingly rare and more than worth their weight in gold. That's true fact for small batch stuff, definitely. Saf Surge 5221, Brakeman 23 months, Hyce charter down under when? Goodness. My next planned excursion down there is 2027 for the quad race. I guess we should be thinking about actually doing a charter in Australia. Okay. That's the sentence that left my mouth.
Can you sponsor one of the 4 trains?
Oh, that would be funny. That would be really funny.
It's 3 other trains versus the Hyce train.
Make it like Formula E fan boost.
Christ on a bike. I don't know if I need to commandeer the event that much, but I mean, man, that would be funny. Anyway, Tree Walker.
Giant bird head for the front.
Since the sandwich munching was brought up, check Discord DMs. Oh boy. Oh, Christ on a bike. So many Discord DMs. But yes. Yes. Thank God. Thank God that you got a good picture of me being a cryptid eating a sandwich. As I said, I leaned out and was like, oh, look, there's viewers of the channel. I'm going to be a fucking cryptid with a sandwich. Yes, I was. There you go.
Can we please post that somewhere? I want to see that.
Well, it's on screen right now, but I can... Tree Walker is welcome to post these goblin pictures of me that have 2 pixels in whatever Charter Photos channel. But yeah, we're having fun.
Oh god, it's like a fucking SCP entry.
Sandwich. It's fine. Sometimes I'm like, man, why is my fan base this crazy? And then I remember how I am half the time, and then I go, oh yeah. It's fine. 75 horse case, for sure. It was funny seeing you peeking out of the cab at random. Shenanigans were had. Yes. Some Guy 5, the concert was great. As a musician myself, I know it was probably difficult to play in that weather. Luckily, it was a surprisingly warmer day. The 4 of you only really lost tempo once, but I think that was 20's fault. It was 20's fault. They started firing up the air compressor again after they'd filled the hydrostatic, and it's just boom, 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 bah! Like not quite in rhythm, and it was just like very distracting as we were trying to play. That was pretty funny. But yeah, it was my hands did okay. I know Tom's were really cold. I'd looked at the weather for Cascade and was like, it's not going to be that cold, and there's a fire, and then it was a little on the colder side, but we got through it, of course. So,
the free text for anyone looking for photos.
Roger. Average RPG character, Fireman 30 months, Little Evan from Kishko here again. Oops, spot a new whistle. I saw that. John, I hope to see you down sometime when you get the chance again. That's to you, Johnny.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna try and see if I can make it down this Saturday, but no promises.
The railroad be the railroad. Nazu 50 into your 42 months. Holy, oh, that's right. You're. Never mind.
Yeah.
The everything else while you're furloughed. Be the everything else while you're furloughed. Holy 42 months. It's almost been 4 years. I'm glad the charter did well. I hope to be able to show up next time if there is another. There will be another. Where and when TBD. Lord knows. This is a good format, and we'd love to attempt it again. And I'm sure we'd love to do it at the Durango and Silverton again, should they be amenable.
Well, when the GM gets off your train with a smile, I think you'll be welcome back. And I think what I didn't say earlier, the best moment was when I told Leighton how much it would have cost to have like a K-28 helper.
He was so he brought this up to me before we left Durango. He's like, Mark, we fucked up. We could have had a K-28 helper, and I was like, oh fuck! You mean to tell me I could have put one of my whistles on a DNS engine and that was the whole thing? But it was great with 20. Yep. It was great with 20. But we're gonna remember these things for next time. We'll put together some really stupid Foamer Boner adventure in the future. But yeah, yes, that was the fun surprise. Because I knew he hadn't been on any of the trains yet, but I didn't see him on the platform at all. The surprise of my life was finishing the concert with Burnham and Run, doing all the pictures. Okay, we're gonna depart out of Cascade. Climbed on the Caboose to go get my lunch. And I sit down, and there's the vice president of the railroad in the caboose, and I go, oh, Jeff's here. Jeff got here somehow. Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's hopefully all good things. So that was cool, and then we had a wonderful conversation on the way back, and he was so kind on the way back. The conversation we had, he was so nice to me, and he recognized kind of the community. He perceived the community aspect and how much everyone was enjoying everything, and he was very sweet about it, and it was really cool. I wasn't expecting that at all. You know, it was like, oh god, the GMVPs are like, oh dear Christ. Hopefully it's all good, and it was all good, and that was really special. That was really cool. So yeah, so there will be another, and we'll put something together for it. Andrew Lucia, would it be possible to pull up on stream? Actually, if not, that's fine. The article is short and it's not difficult to understand what the levers were, especially with the picture in the article. Okay, let me try and pull that up. With your generosity, I will take a peek. But yeah, how do you pronounce this French ass name? Mechanical device used number look. Oh shit! This is the This is that thing the South African engines used, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, I've seen the 2-foot gauge engines at Norgrove that have their boxes set up with this, where you get like a subtle articulation of the drivers. And then they're tiny.
The High Country number 8 had that when it was up in Golden, and Nora Grove has the engine now, but that was one of Grandpa's engines. And yeah, when they get that thing running, I can't wait for Hayden to dive into those articulating boxes. It's absolutely fascinating,
isn't it? Yeah, I've never seen anything like in the U.S. proper U.S. design for the U.S. use them, but yeah, again, the stuff at Norgrove, I didn't realize your granddad owned engines, Russell. That's awesome.
That was the High Country Railroad. It's what it went
right
where the 42 ran at Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
So he was a part of the group that operated and ran that. So yeah,
no shit.
It's worked for my grandpa before he did anything notable.
Well, you gotta like that.
Yeah.
Wow, damn, that's cool. So yeah, thank you, Andrew Lucia, for sending that our way. Yeah, I've seen engines with those at Norgrove. We didn't film at Norgrove. It was just a fun sidebar to the tour of the 15-inch gauge in California years ago. But speaking of other potential chartering opportunities, that could be a fun one. But anyway, just thinking with my outside brain on. Anyway, Colorado Kid 20 absolutely hauling on the raceway gives me joy. It gives her joy. She wants to go fast. That thing, man, I would love to see her at Plaster City on the U.S. Gypsum and see if we could get it to do more than 40. I bet she'd go north of 40 mile an hour. She wants to go fast. Like 20 to 25 mile an hour is not quite what she wants. She wants more, and you can feel it. I mean, bombing through the valley, the throttle's not hardly open. So,
she wants a ticket to Tomahawk?
She wants her ticket to Tomahawk, yes, sir. Zachariah McLaughlin, Fireman 38 months, time flies, 20 in Durango was surreal to experience. The charter was great, and it's been great to see everyone's photos. It really has been, and I was happy that you got to ride the train with us, too. Rexa Calico, conductor 17 months, your internet keeps dying at a different interval, so every time the stream dies, I don't know if it's my internet or yours. Yeah, that's unfortunately the story of tonight. Single tier. Madge Thade, sorry you missed out on the charter car, kind of blew up, couldn't spare the money on the trip, glad to hear it went great, and you finally ran the 20 back at home. Glad unfortunately you couldn't make it, but sometimes that's life, but there will be more in the future, so thank you. Twin Lits 2, conductor 6 months, one time at the NWRM when I was a car attendant, we almost hit a car while standing up and almost fell face forward. Yeah, see, When the air dumped, I was at the back of the train, like close to the back of the train. I want to say I was in the third car, and we knew that we had just like come up to a crossing or going through a crossing. I wasn't 100% cognizant of where the engine was, and the air dumped, and my heart went just about all the way through my feet, I think, until we found out that it was a hose, because it's like, oh my god. please no. But thankfully that's all it was. So, yeah. But I kept my footing at least. So there's that. Carmen Kyle, welcome to the conductors. Thank you so much, my friend. 75 horse case, didn't even have any issues with falling when the train dumped, heard it before feeling it. As you do. You hear the air escaping wherever it is, but then you hear all the brake cylinders just ramming the other head, and all the regan coming in, and then, then the violent deceleration. Yep. Brakeman Beans.
It was a noise in the caboose.
All in all, it was a great weekend. Also, hi, Russell.
Hi, Beans.
Thanks, Beans. Millbrook Railroad, Brakeman 31 months. Glad you had a great one. 20 on the DNS. Thank you. Gariel 2381, Fireman 30 months. Would you estimate late 2026 or sometime 2027 for COS? Also, earlier you had mentioned a scary part on 20 at the DNS. What was that? It was the air dumping. Mildly scary for about 30 seconds, and then it was totally fine. Because most cases of that are not a big deal, and thankfully that was the case here. COS will come out when it is ready. When is that?
Well, the story is the air hoses went at the crossing. That was what was scary.
Yeah, exactly. That was the thing. Had it dumped to the middle of nowhere, it would have been not so scary. But the fact that it dumped and we were right at the crossing, it's like, oh god. Your brain runs through the Rolodex of options, and we talked about it afterwards in the train car. People were like, well, I worked for the railroad, and people committed suicide and such, and it's like, yep, I've had that, and it's one of those stories from the shop that it's like, I don't think I want to put that out as a stories from. That's just depressing.
There's definitely stories I don't want to talk about.
That's the part of railroading that's like, maybe there's a benefit of putting it out there so people understand the reality, but it's like, man, that's a video I'd put out that would just leave everyone feeling like shit afterwards. And it's like, because we had that sort of stuff, and I commiserated with the folks there, so it's, that's always the time. So that's immediately where my head goes, as soon as you hear the air dump at the crossing, and it's like, oh, fuck. And then, just the hose popped? Okay, great, let's rock and roll, no big deal. But yeah, Century Steam will be done when we deem it's done and out. And it'll be announced by then. So, soon TM, at some point. This year, next year,
bad. Wait till you walk 2 miles to find the problem that it's a hose.
Yeah, that's fair. We had, 4 cars and a caboose, so we had, I don't know, what is that? A total of 200 feet of train. So.
And I've usually got 14,000 feet of train.
Well, at least you got a nice chair. I didn't have a nice chair the whole time, so.
Yeah, this is true. The trade-off. When something goes wrong, I gotta walk 2 miles one direction.
Something like that. Thayer Subdivision Productions, new video series idea touring small railroad museums. Could be fun. That simulator guy, Fireman 5 months. Hey, Hyce, your blessing apparently worked because the ability to volunteer at Sumter Valley is looking better and better each day the more you talk to upper management. Outstanding. Love to hear that. Cross of Bayon, hey Hyce, how things doing? Doing quite well. Fuzzcopter 467 reminds me of Sioux Line 2719, a Pacific type that was designed to go 70 plus. It's forced to go 20. It hates going 20. Yeah, no, that's even worse than little RGS 20 being limited as it is. But yeah. James Patterson Jeep fan. We'll end with Jimmy. Fireman 45 months. Violent deceleration. Laughs in cog. Yeah, you would know. You're able to weld yourself to the track at any given location, aren't you? Well, guys, as a little bit of recap on the charter, obviously... Oh, Christ. Thank you, Steam Fan Scott. This time, both the cats are asleep enjoying the tree, so they will not try and attack the baton. We've got a set of birds.
The economy is in shambles.
The economy is in shambles. Thank you so much, my friends.
If you don't mind, one last thing on the topic of how fast do you think she would have gone on the RGS historically, like top speed?
I mean, I doubt. Typically, probably 25, maybe 30 in some spots, but yeah, probably not much more than that.
They also only ran like a minimal train amount, I guess daily departures as few as possible. So it's like all of the cars behind it, bar in the corner, throttle against the stop, and hope you got up the pass.
Right. I doubt that they got to run it really quick. Hardly ever.
Also, have you seen any track profiles and pictures up close of what their right-of-way looks like? I don't think I'd want to do much
You
more
would
than
not
that.
want to be scooting.
Yeah.
There's not terribly many places on the RGS that would let you go quick. So
It was all
Unload the
brown
track
pants
conditions.
speed, all of it. All brown pants speed.
yeah, pretty much.
That's what happens when the goose loses the drive shaft. Then you go for it.
Yeah, that would not be a good day. That would be a really bad day. Yeah. Well, I see that there's another set of birds on the horizon, so I am ready. I'm ready with this, just in case. So I guess I'll continue the top chats until we run out. Juicy Bone 1719, conductor 11 months. Why were there freight cars added behind 20 along with the passenger cars? The Durango and Silverton, and then Pete Laro of Laro Photography organized special separate photo charters. Specifically on my day, we only had passenger cars, but there were days with mixed trains. There were days that were just a dedicated freight train or flanger run. All for the photographers, and they were great special events. Again, all organized by the Durango and Silverton with Russell right here, as well as coordinating with Pete Laro of Laro Photography in case of some of the days. Again, thank you, Court Fred, for the set of birds as well. But that made for some great filming and footage and all that stuff. I've got a little bit of the freight train, which was fucking cool. The mixed trains were cool. The flanger, though I'm sure the flanger looked great. I was bailing coal into the damn engine the whole time, so.
Well, it's a hell of a lot better than standing in the field with 50-mile-an-hour winds to our back in a blizzard. So
I believe that.
I'll take shoveling coal over that any day.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, we got to Cascade with the flanger train and had to turn around, and then we're shoving for 6 miles. So we drew the curtains knowing that the wind was coming in. And so the rest of the time I was like, man, the scenery looks really good. Look at all this canvas. That's pretty cool. I was looking at curtains the rest of the day. I wasn't able to look out the window. I saw Needleton Tank once. But I was warm at least. The rest of you guys were
out try to pull the tank spout down.
Dying of cold for all the stuff. So it was funny. Car attendant, Hyce SCP entry in the making. Thank you, True Walker, for the pictures. The Foundation appreciates your participation. Thank you. Mike Squires, they ran 20 fast once, then it got a dent in the boiler. Actually, no, that was quite slow, and it was the 40 that rolled over that took 20 with her. That was not a overspeed derailment. That was a track condition and the RGS 40 pulling it over that caused the problem. So, Steam Fan Scott, I see your set of birds is coming as soon as it finishes adding members, so thank you. And then Colorado Kid wants to say, for Russell, thank you for your organization of events too. Love the run-bys on the presidential charter.
You're very welcome.
See, look, that you're getting top chats. I can send you the $5 if you want. CSX. Oh, there it is. There's the birds. Just waiting for that.
CSX what?
CSXT 8482. Come back to the Pacific Coast Railroad sometime. Depending on how my summer planning ends up going, Russell, if I've got Memorial Day off, I will try and be out for Best of the West to come see y'all at the Pacific Coast Railroad again. But that is highly up in the air at this present moment. So,
did I hear my name mentioned? I was
just tossing a little shade your way about my summer planning.
Oh yeah, I'm taking up a little bit of your time. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to be taking up a little bit of my time?
Well, hopefully.
Well, yeah.
Plans for?
Yeah, I mean, that would be good. We would like it if that would happen. So there's yet another set of birds. Everyone waited till the end, I guess. You guys are ridiculous. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see. 75 worst case, Laro might be increasing their security for their night shoots. I was wondering if you guys bought tickets or not, or if you just wandered over. That's the whole thing. But anyway. And then Moops 177 with the latest set of birds, which is on the horizon, presumably. Jed Brown, Mark firing. We have ripped up the floorboards and we're burning the section house, but we are warm. It wasn't quite that bad, but it was a lot of coal. Which,
I'm sorry.
Which, Russell, if you hadn't heard that, they actually did that when 491 was stuck in the snow. That's been an episode of the 3/4 show. That was actually funny as shit.
We were almost there. We were down to one of 3 coach heaters functional by the end of that day. So we were getting close.
Christ on a bike. Yeah, that would do it. Tree Walker, Mark, you're now SCP 491 ESDT, the Birdman. Love to see it. Andrew Frame, relevant meme and memes. Thank you. There's the set of birds. And Virgo the Drewski, Choo Choo Bob Bridge. Good. I'm glad that my mom blackmailed me as much as she physically could have the entire time that she was on the charter.
You don't even know what she told us.
Well, I know, knowing what she knows and knowing what she could have told you, it's fine. Oh, good. Good. Yes. The memes are here. Yep. Me looking to see if the guests are gone so I can get more food from the kitchen. Yep. That's pretty accurate. And then me hiding from the haters but still wanting attention. Why you gotta be real? Alright, guys. With that, Jim Aviation 444 Brakeman 5 months. SCP 157 Burbs has breached containment. It has. That's all she's wrote for this one, guys. The charter was amazing. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Thank you, Caboose, and everyone on the train for the thank you video. That was amazing and incredible. My internet is struggle bussin', and I want to relax for the evening here, so I'm going to be jumping off. We will be hopping back on live streams for shenanigans and video games tomorrow evening. So if you want to play some video games with friends and your fellow ES&D crew, we'll probably break out Team Fortress 2 and all that manner of shit for a Friday night shit show. So we'll see you tomorrow night then, everyone. And until then, thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for the love and support. Jed Brown, Mark Scary Thought, Neurogage Big Boy. I've done it before, yes. Anyways, cheers, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Bye!